The world's gone pear-shaped, hasn't it? Cities are ghost towns, the air's thick with the stench of decay, and the dead, well, they're not staying dead. This isn't a training exercise, folks, this is the real deal. Out here, survival is a minute-by-minute proposition. You can't afford to panic, you can't afford to freeze. You need your wits about you, sharp as a hawk's talons. This isn't about outrunning the undead, it's about outsmarting them. We're talking basic instincts here. Finding shelter, scavenging for food and water, and defending yourself against things that would sooner eat your brains than look at you. It's about adapting, improvising, overcoming. So, listen up, because I'm going to give you the down and dirty, no-nonsense guide to surviving the zombie apocalypse. Trust me, you're going to want to take notes.
First things first, you need to know what kind of nightmare you're dealing with. We're talking about the undead here, but they come in all shapes and sizes. Some are slow, shambling things, like something out of a bad dream. These ones, you might be able to outrun, outmaneuver, but don't let their sluggishness fool you. They're relentless. They'll keep coming, like a tide of rot and ruin, until you put them down for good. Then you've got the fast ones, the ones that move like a blur, fueled by a primal rage that makes a rabid badger look tame. These are the ones that will test your reflexes, your courage, your very will to live. Remember, zombies don't feel pain, they don't get tired, and they certainly don't know fear. You, on the other hand, are a finely tuned survival machine. Use that to your advantage.
Alright, let's talk about everyone's favorite subject, weapons. Now, I'm all for a good firearm when the situation calls for it, but in this new world, silence is golden, and subtlety is your best friend. You don't want to be the noisy one on the block, attracting every hungry mouth within earshot. Remember, every bullet fired is a beacon, telling the world, hey, fresh meat over here. That's why you need to get comfortable with getting up close and personal. Think of it as a forced handshake with the undead. A crowbar, a machete, even a sturdy piece of pipe. These are the tools of the survivor. These are the weapons that won't run out of bullets, won't jam at the worst possible moment, and won't draw unwanted attention.
Right, we're in the thick of it now, mates. The world as we knew it is gone, replaced by a relentless nightmare. Zombies everywhere, hungry for a piece of you. They roam the streets, the forests, every corner you can think of. Remember, direct confrontation is a last resort. Engaging them head-on is a death wish. We need to master the art of invisibility, become ghosts in this nightmare, blending into the shadows, becoming one with the ruins. First rule, ditch the chit-chat. Silence is golden in this world. Whispering only and use hand signals. Every word spoken could be your last. A loud shout might as well be a dinner bell for these monsters. They react to sound faster than you can blink. Think of it like stalking your prey, except in this case you're the prey. Every move you make must be calculated. You need to be aware of every snapping twig, every rustle of leaves. The forest is both your ally and your enemy. Sound gives you away faster than anything. One wrong step and you could be surrounded. If you need to create a distraction, a well-aimed rock or even a firecracker can send those rotten devils scrambling in the wrong direction. Use the environment to your advantage, and never ever stay in one place too long. Keep moving, keep adapting. They might not see well, but their sense of smell, sharper than a bloodhound's. They can track you down if you're not careful. Trust me, I've seen it. They can sniff out fresh meat a mile away. Always be on guard. They can sniff out fresh meat a mile away. It's terrifying how relentless they are. We need to fight fire with fire, or in this case, stink with stink. Camouflage is key. Use the environment to mask your presence. Mud, blood, even a bit of zombie guts smeared on your clothes can mask your scent. It's gruesome, but it works. Remember, this isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. Pace yourself, conserve your energy. Patience and stealth are your greatest allies. Observe before you act. It's not about being the fastest, it's about being the quietest. Stay frosty, stay alive. Every step could be your last, so make it count.
bullets in this new world.
We can talk about weapons and shelter, but without food and water, you're a goner. Your body's a machine and it needs fuel to keep going. First things first, scavenging. Supermarkets, abandoned homes, anywhere food might be stashed. Canned goods are your best bet. Beans, soups, tuna, they can last for years. But check those cans carefully. Dented ones? Could be botulism lurking inside, and trust me, that's a death you don't want. Don't neglect the great outdoors. Setting traps for small game is a good way to supplement your rations. Rabbits, squirrels, anything you can catch. And if you're near water, a simple fishing line can be a lifesaver. Both are quiet options, important when you're trying to stay hidden. Remember, every calorie counts in a zombie apocalypse. Eat what you need to survive, conserve what you can. This isn't a picnic, it's about survival.
Right, we're talking shelter. Out here in a world gone mad, your shelter is your sanctuary, your fortress of solitude. It's the one place where you can let your guard down, even if just for a moment. It's your safe haven from the relentless horde and the unforgiving elements. Finding the right place is just the start, though. You need to make sure it can withstand the test of time and the onslaught of the undead. You need to fortify it, make it your fortress against the relentless undead. This means going beyond just locking the doors. You need to think strategically. First things first, you need to think like a zombie. They're going to be looking for the easiest way in, so you need to identify those weak points and fortify them. Walk around your shelter, inspect every nook and cranny, use whatever you can find, wood, metal sheeting, even furniture. Anything that can create a barrier between you and them. The more layers, the better. Board up those windows, reinforce those doors, make it tough for them to get in. Every second they spend trying to break through is a second you have to prepare or escape. Remember, the fewer entry points you have, the easier it is to defend. A single, well-fortified entrance is like a choke point. You can funnel them in and take them out one by one. It's all about controlling the flow. Trust me, in this world, simplicity is key. The more complex your setup, the more things can go wrong. Keep it simple, keep it effective, and always be ready to move. You never know when your safe haven might be compromised. It could be a breach, a fire, or even other survivors looking to take what you have. Always have a bug-out bag packed and ready to go. Food, water, weapons, the essentials. This bag is your lifeline, your ticket to survival when things go south. If you need to make a quick exit, you'll be grateful you planned ahead. In this world, preparation is everything. Your life depends on it. You see, surviving the zombie apocalypse isn't just about dodging rotting teeth and claws. It's about outlasting the elements that are just as relentless as the undead. The sun, the rain, the cold, they can all be killers if you're not careful. First rule of survival, layering. Think of your clothes like armor against the elements. Multiple layers trap heat better than one thick garment, and they give you flexibility to adjust to changing temperatures. Remember, sweating is your enemy. Wet clothes sap your body heat and can lead to hypothermia even in mild weather. Choose breathable fabrics like wool and avoid cotton. It soaks up moisture like a sponge. And stay hydrated. You'll be surprised how much water you lose through sweat even when it's cold. Carry a reusable water bottle and keep it topped off whenever you can. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, confusion, and that's when those pesky zombies love to strike.
Listen, we've covered a lot of ground. Weapons, shelter, the elements. These are all critical for survival, no doubt. But the most crucial element of survival is right here. Your mind. It's the fortress that keeps you going when everything else falls apart. The world has gone mad, but you need to stay sharp. The chaos around you is relentless, but your mind must remain a sanctuary. You need to hold on to your sanity. Meditation, deep breathing, anything that helps you find a moment of peace is invaluable. This new world, it's a test of your mental fortitude as much as your physical strength. It's a test of your strength, your resilience, your will to live. Every challenge you face is a question. How badly do you want to survive? And believe me, it will push you to the edge. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the weight of it all seems unbearable. You'll see things, experience things that would make a grown man weep. The horrors of this world are unimaginable, but you must endure. But here's the secret. You've got to find something to hold on to. A memory, a goal, something that gives you hope, a reason to keep going. It could be family, faith, or even a promise you made to yourself. Maybe it's family, maybe it's faith, maybe it's just the sheer stubborn refusal to let the world win. Whatever it is, it must be your anchor. Whatever it is, cling to it like your life depends on it, because it just might. Your anchor will keep you grounded when the storm rages. One trick I learned from years in the wild routine: establishing a daily routine can be a lifesaver. It's easy to let the days blur together out here, to lose track of time. But a routine gives you structure, a sense of purpose. But even small routines, keeping a journal, marking a calendar, can help ground you, give you a sense of normalcy. These small acts can be the difference between hope and despair. Section 2. Hope's Embrace.
Alright, mate, so you're face to face with a rotting, flesh-hungry monster. No time for fear now, this is where your grit is tested. You want something that can crack a skull and get you out alive. Remember, every second counts, and out here, hesitation gets you bitten. First up, the crowbar. A solid, dependable tool in any situation. It's like that trusty old mate you always want in your corner. Great for smashing through windows, prying open doors, and most importantly, caving in zombie skulls. But remember, it's all about leverage, not brute force. Don't exhaust yourself swinging for the fences. Be smart, be precise. Next, we've got the machete, light, sharp, and deadly. If you need to take a zombie down quickly and quietly, this is your go-to. Aim for the neck, separate the head from the body, and move on. One quick, clean motion, that's all it takes. But be warned, a machete can get stuck if you hit bone at the wrong angle. Keep it sharp, keep it clean, and keep it moving. Listen up, because this next bit is crucial. Sometimes the best way to fight a zombie is to not fight it at all. That's where ranged weapons come in. They let you take down the enemy from a distance, silently and efficiently. First up, we've got the crossbow and bow. Silent, deadly, and reusable. What more could you ask for? A well-placed bolt or arrow can drop a zombie in its tracks without alerting every other flesh eater in the vicinity. But remember, these weapons take practice to master. You need to be patient, you need to be precise, and you need to know your limits. Next, the slingshot, small but mighty. Don't let its size fool you. This little guy packs a punch. With a good supply of steel pellets, you can crack a zombie's skull from a safe distance. And the best part? It's lightweight and easy to carry, so you can stay agile and evasive. Remember, speed and stealth are your allies in this fight.
The sun sets on another day in this new world. A world overrun by the undead, a world where survival is a constant battle. But even in the darkest of times, hope remains. Remember what you've learned, trust your instincts, and never give up. The zombie apocalypse may have changed the world, but it hasn't changed who we are. We are survivors. We are resilient. We will rebuild. Subscribe to Survival Reviews for more life-saving content, and let's face the apocalypse together. Stay strong, stay vigilant, and most importantly, stay alive.